Hey y'all, it's your girl Chi back with another video, and as y'all can see by the title, let's talk about princess treatment, how to get princess treatment. Okay, I feel like I have basically made a whole bunch of videos like kind of touching around like what I'm talking about now, but I just realized I never had a video that said how to get princess treatment. Like, I made a reel about it because I feel like you can go in depth about it, so I'm about to talk about it with y'all. But when I made the like, I don't know, for me, y'all, once I learn something, I be forgetting that other people didn't learn it yet. Like when I'm learning something, like the process hard, but then like once I know it, I just be expecting other people to know it, which I should not do. That's horrible to do. We should always take our time spreading the word to everybody else, because just because you learn something don't mean everybody else know it. Okay, yeah, so let's get into it. But anyway, yeah, so basically how you get princess treatment is to start expecting more, okay? It's like really simple, it's really easy. If you want anybody around you to treat you, which, you know, in this video we talking about men, but like anybody in general, if you want to be treated with respect, like this will go for anybody, you just start expecting more, okay? When you're dating people, you basically just have to be willing to walk away. If you're a girl who can't walk away, have a hard time saying no, is usually the one who begs. It's going to, like, princess treatment is going to be non-existent for you. And I can give y'all a perfect example of, okay, I'm gonna give y'all one example that happened to me. Okay, and this is just to show y'all on why y'all always need to push for more. Okay, I mean, this happened to me with my man now, but I'm not gonna talk about me and my man and how we got to where we at now. I'm gonna just name like a different date that I have been on, you know, before that. So I'm gonna give y'all an example of this guy. So this guy had, I think I said I wanted to eat at like a certain restaurant, and the guy was like, no, he said lunch or something. Okay, y'all, he said lunch. Okay, I don't want to get the story messed up. I'm like, usually lunch is like a cheap little spot they try to take you to and get you there, and they might like try to like down it, like say, oh, because we just getting to know each other. But if we just getting to know each other, that's what dinner is for, okay? So he was talking about he wanted to do lunch. I'm like, no, okay, I'm not doing lunch. So I didn't say it like that, though. I was like, I would rather do dinner, you know, just meaning a different timing. But I put the restaurant that I want to go to with it, and he was like, hold on. And he was like oh, you trying to like use me for money or whatever. No, he was like, you trying to get a free meal out of me or whatever. And I had put back to him, oh, I said, whatever you want to think. Because y'all, like, about me is, that's nothing y'all have to get used to, not explaining yourself. Because most time when we explain ourselves, people are already coming up with ways to, you know, have a comeback for that explanation. Like, say if like somebody said you want to go somewhere, and if you tell them the reason why you want to go, you don't want to go, instead of just saying no, they would try to come up with a solution. Okay, so you don't need nobody coming up with no solutions around you. Just say, this is what I require, and no explanation. So I just said, I'm like, believe what you want to believe, basically. I'm about to prove myself to you, but I didn't say that last part. I just said, okay, whatever you think. You know, most of y'all get scared and think, oh, he's not gonna text me, he's not gonna text me. That's why too, like, y'all gotta be mentally prepared that if somebody don't text you, or if somebody don't respond to you immediately right there, whether it's on text or in person, you have to be willing to take losses. And you know, sometimes I have took losses. I'm pretty sure it's like everybody, like, who hasn't took loss in this world? But I have took losses and I have took wins. And shoot, if you took a loss, then they weren't for you. You don't want nobody who doing a bare minimum and you dragging around behind you. So the ones who take a win, it's a win-win. Okay, like, you gonna be getting all the stuff you want. So I don't really care at this point what he replied after that. Like, he could reply anything, because I didn't have, like, this just example, I didn't have countless situations where this had happened, you know, through text with guys and stuff. Y'all, he ended up texting me back, which I was still like, oh, because it didn't bother me. Like, y'all, that's how y'all have to be. Y'all have to be unbothered if they do or don't text you back. Like, it don't matter to you. Like, because too, like, when you thinking about other stuff, it's not going to matter to you that much if somebody random who you never even talked to or met before text you back, or even like somebody who you dealing with, like me currently with my man now. He don't always text me back immediately, mainly because he be at work. I know some people be in their feelings about their boyfriends or husbands or whatever doing that, but it's like, it's life, it's being realistic, because I don't always text him back. So why do we expect that? And like, if you are somebody who always texts somebody back right on time, then kudos to you. But this is the real world, and people like have stuff going on. Like, I'll be here chilling and I still don't always text. Like, you know, it's the same way with friends or siblings. Like, you don't always have the time to text back, and I feel like if you're texting back immediately to somebody's text, 9 times out of 10 you got butterflies. You get what I'm saying? And those are mainly people who we be so adamant and checking for. Treat them like a normal person, okay? That's all you need to do. If you treat them like a normal person, you won't have to count how long and wait to see how long you have to text back. Or you won't have to play any type of game. You'll just be like focused on something else. Like, if you treat them like a normal person. Because especially if they a stranger, you don't even know them yet. So why are you getting like, you know, like why are you antsy? That's when he came back and he was like I don't even eat meat anyway, so that wouldn't have made sense. But then like he double texted and he said something like what did he say? But then he came up with another solution. He was like, yeah, we could do dinner, but at this restaurant. You know, I looked up a little bit of restaurant to see if I would go or not. But basically, all you need to know is that he still was trying to talk to me even after I demanded more, okay? And what y'all need to realize is it's the same thing for y'all. When somebody throws something after you, you don't always have to take or settle for what they throw after you, because you don't want to come off as difficult, or because you don't want to be a burden, or because you don't like asking for a lot. If you don't ask for a lot, you won't ever get a lot. I said that exact phrase in a video before, but like, it's 100% true. If you accept the bare minimum, you'll get the bare minimum. If somebody try to talk down on you for wanting more, it's on to the next, because for that one person who won't do it, it's 10 others that will, okay? That ratio sound crazy, but y'all, I promise it's true. Like, you just gotta put yourself out there, which I know can be very hard to do mentally. If I was back into the dating scene now, that's what I would be doing. I would just put myself out there to be seen and let the rest happen. Like, somebody throw an offer at you, you can deny. You don't have to accept all offers. Like, that's like even like back in the day when the girls used to get married or whatever, and they had like the guys come and with bearing gifts, like to see which one they was gonna marry, and they had to talk to the father or whatever. You didn't have to accept every guy request or the first guy who came request. You know, if he wasn't willing to do more or he couldn't afford to do more, it was on to the next, you know. And I'm not gonna sit here and promote the thing of like the city girl life where everybody gotta have an 8-figure you know what, and all of that. But I'm saying that I feel like all girls should be taken care of. And that does not mean you have to have end up with a guy who can buy you a Gucci bag or take you on vacation every month. But what that does mean is that you should be catered to. You should have a safe haven that's paid for and protected, and you should feel safe. Like, you get what I'm saying? And that's literally the bare minimum. And whatever guy tells you differently is on to the next. If people can't do bare minimums, like pay for what? I won't even say a $400 bill at a restaurant. I'll say, because a lot of y'all be going on like freaking $70 dates. If a man can't even pay $70 for a date, like, imagine you getting with him and having kids and all of that. Like, that's going to be very like, ugh, okay? So y'all have to think about stuff like that. Like, that's literally the bare minimum. If he can't pay for that, how can he pay for you how could he afford to have you live in his home and or bear children, or even if you don't bear children, how can you afford a comfortable life, a life to wake up without struggle, like without worrying or having, or just having the mild little stuff you want to do, or if you want to just go shopping every blue moon. It don't mean you have to have the richest man ever, but you guys need to start having more expectations out of men, because if we all did that as a whole too, there would be no men making as many excuses as they do. And that's why I say on to next, on to the next, on to the next. They don't need to learn their lesson and still be with you. If they want to learn a lesson, they can learn that lesson without you in their presence. For the next chick, don't be trying to double back or stay around till they learn that lesson. They not gonna ever learn that lesson with you. They gotta learn it with the next person, because you gotta be the reason why they learned it. Sometimes you have to be the reason why they treat the next person better. You can't install it in them and you still be there, because they just gonna remember you as somebody who tolerated them when they was low, and they're gonna realize you accept low effort, and it's gonna never be no point into changing if they know you always got that belief in your head that they have potential. They're never going to see no point into proving themselves. So you're going to have to move on so they can go with the next chick and do what he was supposed to do for you, for them. And you should be happy anyway, because don't be mad. That's another thing. Don't be jealous of girls. Be happy, and you helping somebody out. You're going to find your next guy, because for that one guy who wasn't treating girls right or didn't have a good history with girls, you probably going to be the girl he treat right. So the cycle goes on. If you want princess treatment, you definitely have to expect more. And I hope y'all got a lot out of that example too. Say if y'all have a guy right now, I use that one because I feel like most people had that type of conversation when they trying to figure out, oh, they about to go on a new date, where they trying to go or what they trying to do. So if somebody's suggesting something or wants you to accept something, you need to think in your head, am I finna get all the way dressed up? Y'all, and I did a lot of dates before, because I thought about the fact of, am I really gonna sit here and get dressed up, have to Uber to the place because I don't want the person to know where I stay, do all this extra stuff for this little cheap thing? No. Okay, so that's what y'all gotta get in y'all heads too. Guys get what they put out, and if they're not putting out nothing, you gonna get nothing. That's all I gotta say. I'm gonna leave y'all with that, but I'm gonna go for now. This video was nice, short, and sweet. I feel like I had the simplest, easiest answer. Everybody on YouTube and on Instagram probably got a million answers, but I really feel like at the end of the day, the answer is just looking cute and demanding more. It's nothing more than that. Okay, stay pretty safe, let's stay kind, stay a little bit ratchet just in case stuff get ugly, and bye y'all.